Ladies and gentlemen, 4 hours until Eclipse season begins. So come on, let's work together, and then everybody wins. All right, you got blizzardy shit happening here, and then you got like severe weather shit happening here, and then a mix of both in between. You got blizzards, and wind events, and then wildfire events, and then possible tornadoes. No, there were tornadoes in Oklahoma. Hey, party people, neighbors, if you were in Dallas County Monday and Tuesday, watch out. There will be a flood warning in effect. It is spring, and it's in full bloom. Oh, yeah, it's worth mentioning the sun's been kind of freaking out, and there was a major geomagnetic storm today. So over the next 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, I would stay tuned and tuned in to the weather. And tomorrow's also supposed to be a bit of a peach and a poke. So yeah, you've had a lot of M-class flares and a major X-class flare and some coronal mass ejections, and the sun kind of looked like a phoenix. And I know things are wild right now. Like, for example, Colin Gross showing us that in Kansas, it pretty much had it all today. Blizzard, severe thunderstorms, fire, and wind. And they keep saying this devil comet could make the energy even crazier. And this will be somewhere near perihelion at the end of April. You might even be able to see it in 2 weeks at the total solar eclipse if you're in totality. But I think Comet 12P Pones Brooks looks more like a Millennium Falcon than a devil comet. And if the sun is pumping out super cool images of phoenixes right ahead of Resurrection Day, which muggles call Easter, then that may be a good sign. And good, wonderful, tremendous things could be happening this summer. Anywho, I'm going to be an optimist, where I think a lot of people now are going through hard times and might be feeling some pessimistic. But I'm with you in spirit. Hoping you can pull out of it. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Did I mention the sun has been very active lately? How active, you might say. The Ibikio volcano erupted today. Oh, yeah, so I was trying to talk about how the sun has been very active. And so here we see that there's a bunch of M-class flares, I think over 10. And there was an X-class flare, and this is all within the last 48 hours. So remember, when the sun acts weird, earth weather acts weird, and people kind of lose their minds. And you know what? I've been in the truth community for over 12 years now, and I got to say, there are two discussions where everybody's always hilarious and fun and respectful and has an open mind. And those two discussions are the flat earth and chemtrails. Hashtag sarcasm. How to work. Anyway, so now, for whatever reason today, politicians and YouTubers and Twitterers and everybody's talking about chemtrails. We can talk about that another day, because I've been talking about it for 12 years in my own way. I don't really worry about them, and often when I'll post a picture of a super kick-ass sky, somebody will be like, fucking chemtrails, man! I'm like, yo, bro, chill out for a second and maybe just enjoy the sky as a magical thing. But they're like, no chemtrails! I'm like, all right. I don't know how that's going to help anybody, but go ahead and yell chemtrails if you want. I don't mean to offend people who get offended by, the discussion or whatever. I'm having trouble putting together thoughts and sentences just because I don't want to offend anybody in these days where everybody gets offended. Not everybody, but somebody. But I cannot say anything and people still get mad. I know the grand solar minimum guys are still like, hey, shut up about the sun. Because the sun's been very active and hasn't been very grand solar minimum-y. Anyway, it's definitely really active right now. Oh, jeez. And again, today Elon Musk was like, if there isn't a giant red wave, America is toast without butter. And I'm like, well, the election is 225 days away. So you're going to say that every day? until the election. Kind of feels like you're nagging me, man. There ain't shit I can do about it for 226 days. Still, then I don't know when I'm going to vote because I'm a centrist. Okie dokie. So, yeah, how do you feel about Trump weed? Maybe huge, but it's going to get you high. In legal states, of course. Elon unfollowed Grimes on Twitter X. And she played a concert in Mexico. Does anybody even remember February? They say today's solar storm was incredibly impressive. Did you feel it? There was a horrific terrorist attack at an opera house in Russia, I believe, Friday morning. I think over 150 people died. And now France raised its terror alert to attack emergency due to the ISIS threat because the bombing has been blamed on ISIS. Though each individual has their own theory on who, what, where, when. But all we know at this point is 150 civilians who went to just to listen to music got killed, which is really horrible. Man, really horrible shit seems to be happening every Eclipse season in the last few years. So I play defense, stay cool, and pray for peace. And it sure seems like there are a lot of people who always like to make money content farming by pouring gasoline on the emotional fire whenever shit gets really crazy. So I would suggest not being one of those people. But that seems very popular right now. Okay, God bless everyone. Stay cool. Pray for peace in those who have fallen before us. And we've all lost a lot of people over the last 5 years, it feels like. And so let's pray for better days. God bless everyone. Stay cool.